Deadbolt, Don Peoples. Let's talk about it. So we got to speak on this situation with the man Jim Jones and Camron. Dipset. Looks like Jim Jones had a few words to speak about the man Cam and his new album with Hitmaker, Back in My Prime. Solid project. Definitely should want to go take it out. You know what I mean? It's one of those R&B type vibe, hip hop vibes. You know what I'm saying? Definitely rock with Jim Jones on that one. But he, speaking on Cam, and the real reason why him and Cam will never see eye to eye, and why Jim Jones ain't never rock with Camron. I mean, to me, man, it's simple. Cam was the star. Cam was the first one to put them on. Cam was the face. And, behind the scenes, and it's always like this, man. The person that's next to you wants that same fame, especially when he's trying to be a rapper as well. When Jim Jones first came into the scene, he was, the hype man. He really wasn't on that rapping type of time. He was going the route of Freaky Zeke, to be honest. And, he got into the rap thing, obviously dropped Certified Gangster with the game. And, he was more of Cam's gang affiliation. Jim was the certified blood nigga, Treyway, gangster from the Harlem, East Harlem, you know what I mean? So Jim Jones was the affiliation. And, he was the one that was backing Cam through a lot of these beefs, especially in the early 2000s when Dipset was getting in more on the street side. You know what I'm saying? But when Jim Jones seen the success of balling, once he seen that success, obviously it wasn't no turning back. And he seen the superstardom that Camron once had. You know what I'm saying? And from that point, I don't think it was no turning back. It was more profitable for them to be frenemies versus actual, dudes and they homies and stuff like that. Because people love the beef. People love to know what's going on behind the scenes, especially if there's some tension. But, Jim Jones to me was always the jealous one because Cam had the wave. Cam had niggas wearing pink. Cam was a certified hustler. He had his name ringing from Columbus, Ohio to Chicago. He was really in the streets. And he had the raps and, the girls and all like that. Jim was like the dusty dude next to him, And I think once he got that fame, Jim wanted to do things his own way, got tired of being in the backdrop. And I don't think they never repaired their relationship from that time. Because I think, Jim tried to shit on Cam. And, it's crazy that, these dudes, they like to bite the hand that feeds them. Because without Camron, there'd be no Jim Jones. It wouldn't be a Jim Jones. It wouldn't be none of that. Vamp Life, none of that would have ever got popping if it wasn't for Cam putting you in position. So I think, you should never talk against the one that put you on, Like, perfect example is like Drake and Wayne. How Drake has surpassed Wayne, and you can probably argue that Drake is all time probably better than Wayne. Like, if you had to stack them up next to each other, who has the better catalog, it would be close, right? But Drake, even with all the accolades and stuff like that, still worships Wayne and thanks Wayne for everything that Wayne did. Jim Jones, I think he feels deeply in his mind, especially lately, because Jim been going hard. If we had to say who's had the better overall career now between Cam and Jim, I mean, you might have to slide it Jim's way in a sense, because Jim been rocking now independently for a while, and people are giving him his props as far as his raps and everything like that. Jim is still relevant. So I think if you had to add it all up, Jim might be up there right with Cam, but I don't think Jim sees it that way because Cam really had his wave. Besides Jim just having that song, and obviously Dipset as a whole, was popping, but Cam had his independent wave. And I think Jim was always envious of that. And I don't think he never really respected his position. You know what I'm saying? Especially him feeling like, well, I'm the gang dude. I'm the one that got the real bloods behind us, and I'm, in the streets, blah, blah. You know, I'm the one that's supposed to be getting this light and this fame. And I think that's what Jim and Cam always, didn't see eye to eye on. You know what I'm saying? And I think instead of Jim just playing his position, he always wanted Cam's position. So anytime he can, spark up a little beef or let people know his true feelings or anything like that, and I think he's going to speak it just on those lines, because I really feel that, he feels he should have been the number one. And, I don't really truly know if he really appreciate what Cam really ultimately did for him. But I want y'all to get into the comment box, man, and let me know what y'all think about this one, man. Do y'all feel like Jim Jones is biting the hand that put him in the game? I mean, the one that gave him his game, his name, the whole nine, by coming at Cam on that track? Or do you feel that, he's justified to speak what's going on because, the people want to know, acquiring minds want to know, is y'all beefing, is y'all back cool? I know it was rough, though, probably after that, versus with the Locks and getting embarrassed in Madison Square Garden like that. I don't think that sat well, and I don't think things have been the same since then. Might have not never been the same, like I said, before that, but that definitely probably put the nail in the coffin. But I want y'all to get in the comment box, man. I want to hear what y'all think, man. Y'all like, subscribe, share, hit the notification tab so y'all can tap in every time I drop a video. It's your boy Don Peoples. Deadbolt. Go.